Okay. All right. So what we're focusing on, so this is kind of a continuation from Tuesday. We are focusing on, again, how did empires maintain or expand? Um, so if we can start with source one, and more people are still coming. All right, source one. Oh, my screen is being weird. So what you're going to do, I am going to read the assignment to you, or read the source to you rather. In this box, I want you to say, is source one an example of how they maintained power, or is it an example of how they expanded power? Once you do that, you give a brief summary explanation explaining yourself. So we kind of did this last week, except it wasn't maintain and expand. So again, when I read this, either you put it in maintain or expand, and I think we'll do a poll like last time. All right, so source one. Like Ghana, Malawi along the upper Niger River, the area's fertile soil helped Mali grow. In addition, Mali's location on the Niger River allowed its people to control trade on the river. Through this control of the trade, the empire grew rich and powerful. According to legend, Mali's rise to the power began under a ruler named Sudati. Sudat won back his country's independence and conquered nearby kingdoms, including Ghana, Mali's most famous ruler. However, it was a Muslim king named Mansa Musa. Under his leadership, Mali reached the height of its wealth, power, and fame. All right, so I want to give you a minute. Go back and read if you need to. I want you to fill in with source one an example of maintaining power or expanding power. So take a minute, don't share out yet, and then just write a brief sentence or two. And if you write more details in this, it's going to help you with that formative performance task at the end, because then you get to reuse what you wrote. Okay, so I'm going to give you a minute or two. You write down which one you think it is. All right, I'm going to send out a poll again. If it will let me. Let me move that. There we go. Did you think it was maintain or expand? All right, take a poll. And again, you are the poll. It's the little squares up at the top. All right, we have one that says expand. Good. We have some for maintain. Good. All right, good. We have more for, it's about even. Good job, guys. Oh, we're getting more for expand. All right, we have more for expansion. Looks like is our winner. Okay. Would anyone like to share what I said? Absolutely. That was my next thing. So, Remy, would you like to go first? Which one did you think it was?
So I think of expand, and the reason I said it expand is because of some text evidence. It said Mali grew rich and powerful, and so it's kind of like telling you like pushing you that they grew to do this, and that makes this because they grew, so they have to do it.
In the wrong box. Beautiful. That's an excellent answer. That you like that word growing. That's a good word for expansion. Good job. Thank you for sharing. Would anyone else? Oh, and Sophie, let me read yours. This thing is like in my way. Um, so Sophie wrote the passage says Mali's location on the Nigeria River allowed its people to control trade on the river. Good. This shows how Mali expanded their trading power and ended up growing very wealthy. Excellent. That trading is expansion. And if your mic isn't working, just you can just type your answers. And then Lauren, you think it's also expand the fertile soil and their location near the river, help them trade. Good job, you guys. Did anyone who picked maintain? Does anyone want to share why they thought it was maintaining? Anyone? Well, Sinai, I like the background with the fish. That's really cute. Sorry, I got distracted. All right, so are we good just to keep it with expanding? Okay, and again, please, your answer is your answer as long as you defend it. So if you put maintain, it is okay to keep maintaining because it can be both. It can be both. If you want it to be an overachiever and write it for both, you are welcome to do so. Oh, and I forgot to write. I am just literally looking that you explain it for one. Source one. All right, we're gonna do the same thing for source two. By 800, Ghana was firmly in control of West Africa's trade routes. Nearly all trade between northern and southern Africa passed through Ghana. With so many trespassing through their lands, Ghana's rulers looked for ways to make money from them. One way they raised money was by forcing traders to pay taxes. Every trader who entered Ghana had to pay a special tax on the goods he carried. Then he had to pay another tax on any goods he took from him when he left. Ghana's rulers gained incredible wealth from trade, taxes on traders, and the people of Ghana, and their own personal stores of gold. They used their wealth to build an army and an empire. And hopefully that sounded familiar. You should have heard it before. We've seen this source a couple of times. So take another minute, jot down. Do you think it is expanding or maintaining? And then we will go over it. Right, I am sending you another poll. Let's do one more vote. If it would let me. All right, cast in your votes. Was it expanding or maintaining? Oh man, 13 for maintaining and 2 for expansion. Good. Good, guys. All right, let's go with maintain. Would anyone like to share? Parker, I see your hand.
I feel like it's problem and solution because they had a problem when they saw these people coming into their territory and they wanted to do something about it, so they started taxing them. I feel like that's indicating how many people are coming in and out of their kingdom.
That is a beautiful answer, and that is a good example of maintaining. They had a problem and they came up with the solution for it. Good job, Parker. So let me write that down for you. Problem. My little face wasn't in the way. Problem and solution. Beautiful. Thank you, Parker. All right, I saw another hand. And I agree with him. Remy?
I did expand, but I couldn't find the very now.
No, don't think it's wrong. Please, guys, if we share, do not change your answers. I want you to keep them.
I think that it's expanding or it's expanding because again they're using a few words like had to build your empire, which kind of like which implies that you're like expanding and make it better.
No, honestly, that is an excellent answer too. That because of where'd I go? Because of taxation, that is also going to help you expand your empire because it's going to make you rich. So that's a great answer. Makes you rich. And then Sophie, I'm going to read what you wrote because I liked your answer. And Sophie, I appreciate that you typed them and you include the actual source. You do really good at that. So Sophie, in case you didn't see it, nearly all trade between northern and southern Africa passed through Ghana. Therefore, Ghana started taxing people's goods, allowing them to maintain their wealth. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Guys, thank you for participating and typing in the chats. These are like beautiful. And again, kind of keep in mind, I am just briefly summarizing on my end of this. The more that you write, I'm looking for something very brief, but the more that you write in these boxes, the easier it's going to be at the very end for you. So do kind of keep that in mind that it will eventually help you at the end. Okay. You guys are doing so awesome. Okay. Give me one